Hello, good evening. 55 days until I run the entire length of Germany. I suppose it's best I address, first and foremost, why there isn't a video from yesterday online. Well, I recorded a video. It was approximately 11 minutes long. I didn't feel good after having recorded it. I didn't even feel good when I began recording it. I was quite aggressive. That one could see also in the conversation. I played it back, and unfortunately there were aspects, there were things that I said that weren't entirely true. And one of the rules, excuse me, one of the rules regarding this self-documentary series was that I will be honest. So just know that I did sit down, I did do the work, I just did it poorly. The dishonesty was regarding what would you say? Principles, really. Yeah. Anyway, as for today, honestly, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I'm not in a great space right now, mentally, spiritually. I feel like I'm juggling too many things at once. I'm trying too many things at once. I was at my most fulfilled in my life when I was on my solo hike across Europe. I was painfully lonely, often. But as a result of that loneliness, I was very creative. I did a lot of creative work. I did a lot of writing. And through the writing, I did a lot of experiencing, present experiencing. I was digesting moments as they came. I miss that. Now I'm in a position where to make this run happen for myself, I have to be considering myself a media company in a way. I have to be taking things into consideration such as followers. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining because it's a stupid thing to complain about. But worrying about your followers, how many followers you have, is also a stupid thing. What a stupid way to waste valuable time of existence. My fucking God. And I'm doing these reels every day now where I basically do the countdown and I say this whole thing of 55 days until I run to kind of get the algorithm going and get people behind the project. Inevitably only so that sponsors and people who might help the project can see that I have some sort of viewership with which I could make, for which I could make advertisements with their products. But it's fucking stupid. I don't want to do any of this so people watch me. That's what I take issue with the most. What I do this for is a conversation with myself out there on that road, you know. Anyway, I'm not going to be complaining because that's it's a weak state of mind to inhabit and to exist in. So, none of that. Let me do say that I think sometimes in life it's important to slam your foot on the gas and make sure you really do get everything out of that engine that you're currently driving. And sometimes it's important to stay on the horse, not let the ship sink. Do what must be done. And I've noticed that something has been off. I don't feel great necessarily. The past few days, I think the Kendrick and Drake beef has definitely contributed. I've let that consume me more than I probably should have. What can I say? But this self-documentary series has been suffering from that, and it's not good. Something is wrong and I have to fix it. Adjust something. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think one of the things that I'm doing wrong is I'm not alone enough, which is almost blasphemous to say because I'm alone constantly. But I have no desire to see anyone. I just don't. Is that unhealthy? I don't know. But there are people I would like to see. But right now I can't see them. Yeah, I'm gonna figure this out because I do want to make this experience primarily for myself, but also to anyone who's watching, as good as possible. I want to be as good as possible. I do, I really do. And right now you see me inhabit a low frequency. I'm a little tired. I'm not as intense in thought and spirit as I was perhaps in the first 3 episodes. And that's part of the game. You have ups and you have downs. Stay on the horse, don't sink the ship. I feel like one observation I have is that one observation I have is that to do this every evening, it requires of me to spend my day in the right way. It requires of me to spend my day in conversation with myself. Because to pull out of myself a conversation with this camera, which by happenstance also means with you, the listener, and me, of course, as a consumer as well, because I will be listening to this and consuming this to some degree somewhere. For me to give myself to this conversation as best I can, I need to be in conversation with myself as best I can throughout the day. It's a requirement. Another factor that plays a role here, I believe, is the fact that I am inhabiting, I'm saying that word all the time, that I'm in this space, I'm in this country, I'm in this place, which plays a major role. I'm not happy here. Again, a part of me feels like it's a poor move to be giving over so much of your it's a bad move to give over to this place the power over how I feel. But it's an honest observation. At least this place requires of me to do even more just to feel content, let alone happy. So, well. Anyhow, I'm going to take care of being in a better space, feeling better, doing better, acting better. And as a result, this outlet will also what's the word? It will benefit. God, I'm cooked. Yeah. Anyway, thank you to anyone who tuned in. I'm sorry I have no value to provide through these conversations today. I'm going to be more intimate and more reflective and more conversational in the next few conversations, I promise. And I promise it's not to you, I promise it's more so to myself. it's important to clarify, because intentionality in life is almost everything. Your intentions, they breed your reality. You know, you can do something which could be widely considered generous, but if the intention behind it wasn't that of generosity, the outcome of the generosity isn't yours. So if you do something to help someone, but your intention was to help to solely benefit for yourself, yes, you have created help for that individual, but the lasting change within you was not a good one. And that's the issue. It's who you're becoming at all times in life that is important, you know? So momentarily you help that person, which is grand, which is great. In the long run, you fucked yourself up, you know? That's the whole shtick with small losses and small victories. Giving up at something, not doing something, a habit, an action, anything at all. Even if no one knows, even if no one's around, you will know. And that's the problem. That's the issue. So, yeah, I'm going to hit the bed. Once again, thank you. And to anyone who's listening to this in the evening, I wish you a good night. And to everyone else, have a lovely day. Thank you for tuning in. Wish you all the best. Much love.